and welcome to Chart of the Day Cafe for Thursday, February 7th, 2019. Just going to read our disclaimer quickly. Trading stocks has a high level of risk and viewers should complete their own due diligence on any stock or underlying that they intend to own. 100% of the content of this video and communique is intended for journalistic and educational purposes only. This video and all indicators, strategies, and articles herein should not be construed as investment advice. Always for your further homework. Good morning, Sue here. Hope you've had a good week so far. I am filming this at about 10 to 9 on Thursday morning. The futures look a little soft this morning, so with that, let's get straight into today's video. If you know me, you know I always start my videos off with a look at the Russell Index. I use the Russell as my simple proxy for the markets overall. I really endeavor to keep my processes as simple as I possibly can. And so we're looking at the IWM, which is the ETF that represents the Russell 2000, and I like to step back and take a look at things on a big 5-year monthly time frame. So we're looking at the big 5-year chart, big monthly candles. As we've been talking about lately, this line down here is long-term support resistance. This is more shorter term, but I will be moving it up this weekend to this area here. And here is where we are right here, right now. So big monthly candles, beautiful uptrend that started in early 2016, and then significant sell-off. Here's the candle for the month of December, big red candle with a lot of volume. And then here's the candle for the month of January with a lot of pushback, and here we are right now for February. So always good to kind of know. As we talked about in Tuesday's video, it's worth noting that where we are right here right now, it's early in February, but we're coming into this area that may offer some resistance because you can see how much the market struggled here in this period over here. It managed to get through, but with the sell-off that ensued, it might be more of an area, a difficult area for the market to get through. We'll see. I have no crystal ball. I don't know what the market will do, but I do note all that congestion over on this side. So let's go away from the monthly to the 1-year weekly and take a look at how things look on the weekly. The only indicator I have on my chart is this blue line, which is the 8-day EMA. I use it as my guide. When price on the Russell is up and over the 8-day, on the daily, weekly, and ideally the monthly, but mostly the daily and the weekly, then we're good, and I'm looking at new names for my watch list. When it's trading below, I'm getting defensive and just sitting tight. So you could see where it started to move below on this weekly chart back in September of 2018, and here's where we are right here, right now. So up and over the blue 8-day EMA, but in this area that may offer some difficulty. We'll have to see. So I'm going to move it away from the weekly to the 3-month daily. We're really zooming in. We've got a couple of undecided candles in the last couple of days. So for me, I'm going to be just watching to see, will price on the Russell stay up and over my 8-day EMA? If it does, we're good. So we're getting a little bit of a soft market this morning, but unless it starts to move below my 8-day EMA, I'm still okay with things. So with that, I am going to be putting a chart in front of you today that might be of interest. And the chart that I wanted to feature for you this morning is, or refeature I should say, is Molina Healthcare, ticker symbol MOH, trades on the New York Stock Exchange. Before I get into the chart though, let me tell you a little bit more about the company. They are in the healthcare space. They provide Medicaid related solutions and that sort of thing to the healthcare sector. You know me at Chart of the Day Cafe. I am all about the scores underneath my charts, and I can tell you that Molina Healthcare has excellent, excellent scores. A really high value score with a forecasted earnings growth rate going forward of 39%. That's a wow number. And a current PE of 14.77. It does not pay a dividend, but I loved the chart. And I love the scores, I love the space, so I featured it for you on January 8th. It's moved higher since then, and I know the markets are getting off to a soft start today, but should they recover in the days ahead, I think this is one to take a look at. So we're looking at the 2-year weekly chart, and you can see on the 2-year weekly that's been in this gentle uptrend until it hit this area of support resistance, my light blue line, where it went through with authority. Had this high, came in, retested that blue line, and has lifted from there. Looks to be consolidating a little bit here on the weekly chart. So let me zoom it in from the 2-year weekly to the 6-month daily. And this is where I featured it originally at Chart of the Day Cafe, lift off that area. It's been trading sideways, but I like the way it's looking here. Should the markets recover and price strength come back in, I think this one is still definitely one you want to keep an eye on. Let's talk about the 3 and 8, which is my trigger personally. So I like to see the pink, which is the 3 EMA, cross over the blue, which is the 8-day EMA. So it's squeezed here, but you can see that it's already got that 3 and 8 cross, but I want to see some lift off of this area. So far it looks to be just consolidating to me. I want to see more lift. So this is one definitely to keep an eye on. And so I'm going to quickly recap. I'm going to condense today's video because I featured Molina Health so recently. If you want to see the more comprehensive version of my Chart of the Day Cafe for this name, then go back to my January 8th video. So this one will be a little shortened, but I just wanted to recap and review. I started today's video with a look at the Russell Index because we always want to make sure that we're going with the market, and so far in the last few weeks the market has been showing that price strength. So we've got price strength on the Russell. I'm checking the box. Price is up and over that 8-day EMA on both the daily and weekly chart. In today's video we looked at the 2-year chart from Molina Health, and we note that it's at an area of possible price strength continuation. In my original video, we looked at the healthcare sector, the 5-year chart, and we noted that it was at an area of price support. I can tell you that Molina Health has an excellent value score, an excellent forecasted growth rate with forecasted growth rate of 39%. Does not pay a dividend, so this is not checked. It does have that 3 and 8 EMA cross that I look for. It's got seasonality in its favor, analyst support, a current PE of 14.77, and it looks as though their earnings are on February 11th. Thank you for watching today's video. As a reminder, they go out every Tuesday and Thursday morning. Hope you have a great weekend. See you next week.